All right, now you guys are gonna have a little bit of a different and brighter purple, but I'm gonna use some of what I had left over. And what we're going to do with the little flower is kind of start with an outline on the majority of the petals. So we've got 3 petals here, and you may notice that I did not let those touch. I want to keep that space in between those 2 petals, but everything else we can go ahead and flood with no worries. We're going to use that quilting technique to add the final 2 flowers. So that's why we're leaving them. You just have to be pretty careful about this part right here. Make sure it's not going to touch. So be careful with your trim on that one. You can do them all separate and have them quilted in between each. You could try and do the split in between each as well. You can do it however you want. I'm just demonstrating the way I do it, or at least I'm doing it this time. I have struggled to do things the same way multiple times. It's rough and awesome. Okay, and you want to make sure that these are full. Don't skimp on the icing here, or those petals are not going to have that nice seam and not going to look nice and smooth. So this is step 1 for our flower. Okay, we can nearly finish our flower. We're going to add the additional petals in. And I still, even though we're quilting them, wouldn't have them touch all the way down. That's just me. But you can do it however you want. And no need to be exact or particular. That's the best part about nature type things, such as flowers and leaves and all that good stuff, is that really you can't mess it up. There are so many variations naturally that it's still going to look like what you are wanting it to look like. So let's see, I've got all my petals put together. I'm gonna just smooth out, make sure everything touches in the middle where it's supposed to. And I thought maybe we could add that stamen pistil. I don't remember exactly what vocab word the flower part is, but I am gonna hold off. So let's go back to a different cookie. Okay, coming back to our flower, we are going to start here, and you want to make sure that the icing that you're putting your flower center on is nice and dry so that it stays on top of that crust. Okay, and then we're going to use these little beads, and I had done 5 total, so 1 at the top, and then 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. And if you're struggling to get them in the right spot, like I tend to do, just use your little tool to sneak it up in there. And one thing that I like to do is you can put a little liner or outline on some of your petals if you choose. You can add little petal marks, striations if you want. You can see what that looks like in one of my pictures. But that is our cute little pretty flower.